Last time on Island ADV.
The turret bell ran aground up at Cablehead, and then up at Priest Pond, the Orpheus and the Olga also went wrecked. Why don't we go find some shipwrecks? Oh my god, look at the water. Let's just give her a little bit of momentum. Holy smokes, not easy getting through there. Alright, let's get clear of this area, check the maps, and we'll make for Cow River. Alright, we want to hook back up onto the 16 headed east up near Goose River. Not the Goose River that we know, although that is tempting. I think I'll pass. But we are headed to find Cow River. And now here's the thing. To my knowledge, there are no wrecks at Cow River, but it looks like something on the map. So that's the ADV side of this. We can look for shipwrecks all day long if we want. But the KLR 650 is never going to get out onto the water, and it's never going to get under the water to find them either. But we can use it as a narrative to drive ourselves into some adventure a bit, right? That's one of the things I love doing on this bike. Not just getting out for the ride, but also, like, you know, getting out and going after some kind of adventure, some kind of a mission, some kind of objective. So to those of you who might be in your early season and you're looking for a reason to ride but you can't find anything besides just getting out there, and maybe you're tired of that, well, take a look around at the local history. You know, flex that ADV muscle, put that dual sport aspect of this KLR 650 work, and go track yourself down a really cool adventure with a story to it. You know, that's what I love on this bike, 100%. That's why I'm so stoked to be out here sharing this adventure with you. So, off to Cow River we go, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about the Olga and the Orpheus shipwrecks. Alright, check right, Hermitage Road, that's our marker. Our next left should be what we want. Cow River Road, bingo. Ooh, no exit. Oh, it's tight. I don't know if we're going to make it to the end. Oh, well, looks good, looks good. Let's push. All right, let's stay frosty through here. It's a little deceptive. Typical mud season conditions. So the area that we're in overall right now, we've moved out of Cablehead and we moved into the area of Naufrage. I think that's how you pronounce it, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not 100% certain on the French translation, but I'll ask Mrs. Dowski to help me out with that. She's really good at French, so she'll help me out. I am not as good, but that is important because this area is one of the areas that claimed all those ships, like, and not in this particular location, but the Olga and the Orpheus were caught up in all that business. And the business that I'm talking about is a crazy storm that occurred in the first week of November of 1906. A storm that took and ran aground the turret bell, the Olga, the Orpheus, and the Sovinto. And it all happened in this area. And man, we're up into the greasy now. Holy smokes. Let's stay frosty, keep our eyes out, drop a gear, get stood up. There we are. Oh man, another beautiful peninsula. I think we can almost see where we were last time. Oh, maybe not. Let's stick left on this one. Beautiful. And there we are, Cow River right there. Man, oh man, what a beauty of a spot. Let's have a peek around this area, shall we? Helicopter. All right, that means the drone is out for here. I have no intention of flying a DJI Mini 2 into his tail rotor. But it still doesn't mean we can't take a quick look at everything that's going on at the, ground level. So this is where the river meets the ocean. That's probably worth a good kayak right there, eh? Buoys all over the place. Wow, so pretty. The smell of that salt sea air. End to end to infinity. What a beautiful spot. It's places like this that really make me appreciate where I live on this beautiful country in this wonderful province. And you know what? I love being able to get out here and film this and share it with you all. And I hope this inspires you to find some of the beautiful spots in your area. And I know I sound like I'm ending the video, but we still got one more area to go. We still got to track the Sovinto. But for now, I think it's nice to just kind of enjoy the scenery a little bit, huh? All right, Island Riders, let's get back to the mission. We got one more location to hit. One more vessel to track. And that's Shipwreck Point, the Sovinto. The Sovinto. A crew of 22. Out of them, 12 died. Succumb again to the high, strong gale force winds that had been occurring in and around that major storm system that occurred in that first week of November up at Shipwreck Point. The Sovinto ran aground at a reef just outside Priest Pond, which is just past Shipwreck Point. But despite all of the effort that was made by the local townspeople and some of the crew members that were left behind from the Orpheus and the Olga, who had been wrecked earlier, still, people lost their lives in that one. That's a rough one to take. A beautiful vessel, unfortunately, bound to Sydney, Cape Breton from Montreal. Unfortunately met a terrible detour up in this area. But as I mentioned before, the way the sea can flip on its head and turn everything into something completely unexpected is not too different than from us on these two-wheeled adventure machines. Not to the same degree by any means, but I can tell you, you get down some roads, it totally doesn't look the way it should. Here's our turn. Naufrage Harbour. Well, fellow island riders, welcome to Naufrage Harbour. Welcome to Shipwreck Point. Doing some work, dredging it down a little bit, getting ready for setting day. Imagine your day-to-day life is to be out there on that water, contending with it in all of its temperament. I have a lot of respect for people who make their living out on that water, be it fishermen, Coast Guard, Navy. That's a rough old business, something I don't think I'd have. I don't think me and the water are gonna jive too well ever. I mean, I spent some time on an offshore rig, but it was a very, very brief time. It wasn't too bad, but still, I like hanging out with you, Foxy. And I've loved hanging out with you folks. I hope you've enjoyed this little adventure of ours. You know, again, like I mentioned, early season stuff like this, it's great. It's a great opportunity to get out and explore some of these areas. You know, you don't have to get into the trails too deep, but you can find some really beautiful stuff on the other side of the red dirt road, just beyond the other side of your comfort zone. Anyway, until we ride again, until our next adventure, until the next time we meet on the Silver Fox here on Prince Edward Island, ride safe. Take care, Island Riders.